to today's edition of Virtual Industry Days, brought to you by Baltimore Collegetown Network. My name is Madison Boris, and I am the Special Events Manager for Collegetown. As an organization, it is our mission to attract, engage, and retain college students to Baltimore. The Industry Day series is designed to connect students to local industries and local employers. Today we'll be focused on the mass communications and tourism industries here in Baltimore, and I'm excited to connect with today's guests and share her expertise with you. I encourage you to engage and communicate directly with her. Her contact information will be made available after today's interview, so be sure to stay tuned until after our chat. And without further ado, I'm excited to introduce today's guest, Marketing Coordinator for Visit Baltimore, Maggie Carter. Hi Maggie, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Thanks so much for being here today. I'm excited to get today's conversation started, and I'd like to just kick off with a little bit about what you do for Visit Baltimore and how you got in your current role.
Yeah, sure. Well, I am the marketing coordinator at Visit Baltimore. For anyone who doesn't know, Visit Baltimore promotes visitation to the city, both by leisure travel and through meetings and conventions. So at Visit Baltimore, I am on the marketing and communications team. So here I do a lot of graphic design. I assist with our social media pages. Those are the main roles that I do. But I do help with a number of different projects within our team and across different departments. So with my role, I'm able to have a lot of variety in the work that I do.
That's awesome. And what is your favorite thing about being in the mass communication space and the tourism industry? Because it's kind of like you're doing a little bit of both at Visit Baltimore. What's your favorite thing about working here in the city?
Well, I'm actually relatively new to the city, so I moved here in August. I
Oh,
always knew that I wanted to live in Baltimore. It was just kind of a matter of when. So when I found this opportunity with Visit Baltimore, it was really, really exciting for me. So the thing that I love the most about marketing in Baltimore, just being here in the city, would probably be the personality that I would say Baltimore has. I haven't seen that in a lot of other cities. So it's bold, but it's also really welcoming. It's resilient, but there's so much emotion here too. And it's really historic. But it's a fresh energy. So it's just a really exciting and energizing atmosphere to be a part of, let alone to be able to promote the city to people who may not know about how special it is.
I love that. That's been my experience too as a transplant. I came here for college and stuck around after graduation. And whenever I talk to people that may be visiting me or, family from home, I describe it much like you just did, energetic and exciting. So I imagine it's a fun job to get to say that professionally, get paid for it. Obviously, the tourism and hospitality industry in particular has been hit hard by the ramifications of COVID-19. Can you touch a little bit upon how that's affected your day-to-day work situation and maybe the industry as a whole?
Yeah. So in this era of COVID-19, I think it has really made it apparent that we all need to be adaptable, both in day-to-day activities as well as short and long-term planning. So in those day-to-day activities, all of the Visit Baltimore staff has been working from home since mid-March now. And with that, we've really leaned into the technology that we have available today. So we still have all of the meetings that we originally had scheduled, but they're just calls and they're video chats. So it's nice to be able to hear everyone's voice, see everyone's faces, even though we can't be in the same room together. The planning phase is where we really figured out how to pivot and maybe run towards a new trend, pivot away from something that isn't working anymore and is just not the focus of viewers today. So for example, we did have to put a pause on our new marketing campaign that we had scheduled to launch this spring. But that being said, we've been able to have a lot of fun in the social space. So in social, we're really hyper aware of what trends are happening, making sure that we know what is actually popular today, because as you know, things can be really great one day and then be old news the next. So one thing that we've had some fun with there is just being creative with making our own content. So I'll do a little plug for our Instagram page here,
Yeah.
but we did some fun creative pieces with Baltimore icons that stand as kind of PSAs. So we've got Avam's Fifi, we have marshmallow covered snowballs, we also have a dancing lemon stick. So we just are having fun with being ourselves as true Baltimoreans, but still making sure that we're empathetic to the current situation.
I love that. I feel strongly as we do this virtual industry day that, you know, would have normally been in person, leaning on the technology that we have available and really promoting connection through these virtual capacities, because although we are physically distant, it's nice to be able to create community and some kind of social aspects with the platforms that we do have. With that said, I am so thankful that you were able to carve out this time. I'm excited to push our audiences to Visit Baltimore's social media pages. And now it's nice to have a face behind, you know, some of those posts, thinking now when I see those things on Instagram, I say, you know, Maggie could have worked on this. That's very exciting. With that, I will let you go, probably get back to more content creation and graphic design. And thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.